Hi, in this video, we'll be taking you through the explain feature inside Factors. Before we go to explain, we will need to configure something called as top events and properties in the configuration section. So once you click on top events and properties, you should be getting a screen like this. Uh, the way this works is you would need to add events and user properties for explain to work correctly. So when we say events, that means what are the key events or milestones for which you would want automated insights. For example, it could be a subscribe to newsletter form, it could be a specific page on your website, or it could be events like how many deals were won or how many deals were created, right? So any important milestone for you on the website or inside your CRM can be added over here. And whatever you add over here, it will make its way into the explain feature inside Factors, which we'll be covering. Additionally, you can also add user properties. So if you want to look at this data for specific countries or let's say specific initial campaigns or page URLs, you can add that as a user property over here, and that will also be visible inside Factors. Right. So now we'll go to explain, which is present just above the configuration section. And once you click on explain, there'll be three options for you. Right now we have the conversions explorer active. So you can click on conversions explorer, and there are three components over here. The first one is the analysis window. So this is essentially the time frame for which you would want the insights. You will also be having monthly models. So right now we have weekly models available. You'll also be having monthly models in your project. So that's the time frame. The second one is the conversion event. So here you have two options. One is that you select a single event, something like schedule a demo form. Alternatively, you can also add two events. So we can always say, I want insights for how many users visit the pricing page, and from these, how many schedule a demo form. So what's happening between these two events is what I want insights for. That option is also available with you, and you should be able to apply filters here as well, right? So that's the second part of it. The third one is events to include. So if you want specific URLs to be included as part of the insights, you can always have that over here. So let's say you always want to have the scheduler demo form as part of the insights. You can add that as a URL, and we'll try to include that as part of our insights, right? So for now, I won't be adding any specific event. We'll just be going with the first two options. And when you click on Find Insights over here, you'll be getting a screen that will look something like this. So after you click on Find Insights, Factors runs thousands of funnel queries in the background, and it tries to, using AI, it'll rank these insights and present it in this format. So what this is telling you is there were 12.5K users who visited the website from 27th February to 5th March. And from these, 885 have gone on to submit a demo form on the website, right? One thing to note over here is that when we say all visitors, this will also include, your users from CRM like HubSpot or Salesforce. So if you want to make it specific to just website visitors, you can always say that I want to look at the journey from session to a demo form submission. So this will only include website visitors. But for this example, you can assume this to be all website visitors. So we have 12570 as the number and 885 is the demo form submission. So that gives us a conversion rate of 7% from A to B. Now Factors will divide this into two categories. One would be on the left hand side, which is what's working well. So anything higher than average would be put on what's working well, and anything lower than the average, that is lower than 7%, that would be put in what's working poorly. Additionally, there are two segments over here. One is engagements. That means what are the journeys and campaigns that users undertook before they completed this conversion event. Secondly, what were their user attributes? So we will cover engagements first. So users who visit schedule a demo form, they have a 40.2% conversion rate. That means from the 12570 visitors, 1820 have actually visited the demo form page and then scheduled a demo form. So this is expected given the fact that the form lies on this page. You would definitely see a higher conversion rate. But are users doing anything in the middle? So after schedule a demo page, are they visiting some other pages before they fill a demo form? And that is exactly what sub insights will cover. So you'll always be having the insight which you clicked over here. So because you clicked on this URL, the sub insights would always be for the URL clicked. And then between the events, schedule a demo form and visit to a page, what are all the pages users visited before they converted? So we can see it's mostly reds over here. Of course, this is a demo project. You'll be seeing a mixture of reds and greens here. But the point of this is that between two events, what are users doing, that will also be available to you, and you should be able to draw conclusions as to what is working well and what's working poorly, right? So that's one example. We can see that there is a resources page which is guides that is working well. We have a customer old world, so this customer success or a customer story page or content appears to be working really well, so that's a 10% conversion rate. And then we have the campaign. So someone coming from context marketing is giving us a conversion rate of 10.3%. And then after they come from this campaign, what pages do they visit before they submit a demo form on the website? So that analysis linking campaigns with what pages are being visited is also present as part of explain. And then on the right hand side, it's what's working poorly. So someone visiting the product collaboration page has a 3.5% conversion rate. So probably something about this page is not resonating with the users. Hence, we see a lower than average conversion rate. And likewise, someone coming from seasonal push has a 6.7 conversion rate. So not very low as compared to the average, but it's still lower than the average for the week that we have selected, right? So likewise, all page URLs and all campaigns which have sufficient data for insights, that would be listed over here. And finally, we have segments. So segments would be what are the user properties that is getting, what's working well and what's working poorly. So for instance, someone coming from the country France is showing a 7.6% conversion rate. So users from country France can assume, we can assume that they have a high intent because they're scheduling a demo form for the week at least, whereas someone coming from the country Germany is lower than average. So that's 6.5% as compared to the average of 7, right? And so this way, all other attributes like what was the initial campaign, what was the revenue, which should be taken from your CRM, and other user attributes will also be part of these insights. So all in all, you should be able to understand, the success parts on your website, what are the key user attributes that are converting for the week or for the month, and where you need to make optimizations when looking at the what's working poorly section. So that's explained. Hope this was insightful, and do let us know if you have any questions. Thank you.